guys, it's Lego-matic 9, and today I'm doing the second installment for my custom Lego Breaking Bad minifigures. This week I have Gus Fring, Mike Trout, and Saul Goodman. All of them, I really love how they came out. I've actually had them all done since, I want to say, July, because I did bring these figures with me to Brick Fair, Virginia, which was at the end of July and early August. So I've had them done for quite a while, but now I'm finally getting around to making a video of them. So without further ado, let's jump into the close-up on these three minifigures.
I will kill your wife. I will kill your son. I will kill your infant daughter.
So we're going to start off with one of the best villains in Breaking Bad and possibly even television history, and that is Gustavo, or Gus Fring. Now this character was just phenomenal in Breaking Bad. I really loved this character. All three of the characters in this showcase, I think I will mention, in every single segment and every close-up, I will mention that all of these guys were some of my favorite characters. My top five are probably Jesse and Walt for sure, then these three. So those are my favorite characters out of the entire series. Just pretty, like, this episode is just dominating in my favorite characters. So Gus's accessory was one that I really wanted to get right, and I wanted to actually make for this figure, and that is his box cutter. After we saw Gus use this utility or utensil or whatever you want to call it, after we saw him use this in the Season 4 premiere, which was titled Box Cutter, I just knew that this would be one of the signature items that that Gus would be known for in Breaking Bad. So I really wanted to get that right. So this was actually made out of a very, very modified Brick Arms green combat knife, which I then molded on some green stuff, which is a type of molding putty or modeling putty. So I used that and I just molded around it to give it kind of that boxier looking handle, and covered up some of the blade. Then I sanded down the blade so it's to proper size, and then I painted the entire thing green, and then the blade is silver. So I really love how that came out. And yes, he can take it out of his hand, so I'll show you guys why I used the Brick Arms knife. The reason why I used that was one for the blade and then one for the handle part right there, so you can actually hold on to it. So I think this is a very cool accessory and one of the coolest ones I've made to date. So back onto the figure, Gus's legs are just the plain dark tan legs that Lego makes. And then I painted on his black shoes, his brown belt with gold buckle. So yeah, and then the belt also goes all the way around and has the loops on there as well. So that's pretty cool. His torso was just a just all yellow Lego torso, which then I painted on the pocket and then the collar, and also these little wrinkles down here to show that his shirt's tucked into his belt or into his pants. I painted those in this, I think it's King's Gold by Apple Barrel. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure that's the correct color that I used for that. And then his tie is dark blue. It's kind of hard to see the dark blue because it is a very dark blue, but if I were to change one thing about this figure, it would be to fix the tie. So I might actually go back, just scratch all that paint off, and redo the tie. But if I do, I'll post him. He'll be included in probably the next Breaking Bad video. Then his head was just a I think it was a Captain Panaka head from the very old, well, not extremely old, but I think it was 2007 or 8, I'm not exactly sure, or 2009, I can't remember, but it was the Sith Infiltrator that he was in. And then I just erased the mouth and just the eyebrows and a whole bunch of other details that face had. I erased those with a pencil eraser, and then went ahead and painted on my own mouth and own wrinkles and stuff onto there, and then I painted on his glasses in the same, no, I think that was in a dark yellow color that I used for the glasses, not the same King's Gold, but it was in a dark tan or dark yellow, I forget what the color was, for his glasses. So that is pretty sweet, and then I painted on the eyebrows as well, then there's a little wrinkle there. And then I also painted on the hair because he did have pretty short hair, so I painted that on, so I think that's pretty cool. And then one thing I did is I dry brushed on the top of his head. Kind of hard to see, but I dry brushed some gray on there because Gus did have some gray near that area on his head. I didn't dry brush the entire thing. I probably should have, so I might go back and redo that as well. So that's pretty much it for Gus Fring. Definitely one of the greatest villains of television history. So yeah, that is it for Gus Fring.
Moral of the story is, I chose a half measure when I should have gone all the way. No more half measures, Walter.
So next up, we have Mike Ehrmantraut. Now, Mike was one of my favorite characters in Breaking Bad just because he was just an absolute BA, and I cannot wait to see him in Better Call Saul. So I was definitely really happy to finally make this figure in Lego form. So Mike is armed with a minifig cat. I think it's actually a P99, but I just glued on a brick arm silencer onto that, just because he uses a silenced, I think he uses a Glock or a M9, I'm not really sure, or a 92FS, but I'm not really sure what he uses in the series, but I decided to just give him this silenced pistol, so that's pretty cool. I'm just going to remove that for now. So Mike was pretty simple, just like all these figures. They weren't really that challenging to make. Well, I guess Saul was kind of a little challenging, but this guy was fairly easy to make. So his legs are just the dark tan legs, and then I painted on his black shoes, and then on his torso he just had a white torso, and then I painted on this kind of olive green or dark green jacket, which looks pretty cool, and then he has the collar painted on there for that jacket, and then underneath I have a white polo shirt like what's his name, Hank has. So my Hank figure has pretty much the same styled collar as Mike here, but instead I outlined his in gray, and then I dry brushed a whole bunch of like light brown onto that because he had like this kind of dirty white shirt in this reference picture. I think it's from gosh, I'm forgetting I think it was from Say My Name. This was the outfit I modeled this figure after, was his outfit in Say My Name. So pretty awesome. Moving on to the back, it's just, all green. And then his head was a Gandalf head, and credit for this idea goes to my buddy Dylan, or the Moose Figs. So check the description below for his YouTube channel and Flickr page. So it was a Gandalf head, and then I painted on the mouth, repainted that, and then I erased the eyebrows and repainted those so they're better. And then I painted on his goatee. Now, I'm not sure if I like this head or not yet. I'm pretty sure it works, but if you guys have any suggestions for his head, please do leave them in the comments below so I can consider them, because I might make him a new face, but I'm not sure. But this one is working for now, at least. So yeah, that is pretty much it for Mike. I'm just going to give him his pistol back. So yeah, like I was saying, Mike was one of my favorite characters in Breaking Bad, and I cannot wait to see him in Better Call Saul. So that is pretty much it for Mike.
There's no honor among thieves. Except for us, of course. Better Call Saul!
So here he is, Saul Goodman. Alongside Mike, I think Saul is another one of my favorite characters. He's probably my third favorite character, or second even. I just really like his character in Breaking Bad. So I was definitely really happy to make him in a Lego figure. So, starting off, he has a Lego cell phone. I think this was, I forget what figure it was. It might have been the Cop figure from the collectible minifigure series, but I gave him that just because he is usually on the phone or on his Bluetooth throughout the series. So starting off with the painted elements on the figure, I painted on some black shoes onto his black legs, and I painted them in a matte black so they kind of stood out. So yeah, nothing really special with the legs. Moving on to the torso, I painted on his black jacket, and no, it's not buttoned up. It's just, he doesn't have it buttoned or anything, so you can see his shirt underneath. Then I have this brown belt on there, and I guess when I was painting this figure, since I painted him back in July, I just completely left out the belt buckle, so I might go back and re-add that at some future point, but I don't know why I didn't add it. I guess just because the tie was getting in the way, but anyway, besides that, you can see his, Saul always wore a whole bunch of different colored suits, like he had a lime and orange one, and just a whole bunch of different colored suits. So for him, I gave him a light blue shirt underneath with a gold tie. So I think that looks pretty cool. I'm definitely loving how that came out. I think I could have done this area a little better right in the center, but it works for now. And then right here he's got a gold handkerchief, and then you just see all these other little details for the jacket on there. And then he also has the blue ribbon pinned onto his collar right there. So if you guys have seen the series, you know what that's all about. Also, on his arms, I painted the sleeves on the inside, so I painted those in the same color as the shirt. Those are on both arms. Moving on to the back, nothing there, except the the dark gray line that shows where his coat ends. Then his face is from the Nova Corps trooper or officer from the Guardians of the Galaxy line, which I then erased a whole bunch of his wrinkles and stuff to where I thought this resembled Saul the best. And then his hair, there was a lot of debating on what hairpiece to use, but I ended up going with this one, and this is a dark brown Lego piece, which then I painted on some light brown. I dry brushed on some light brown onto the hair to give it kind of a lighter color. So that looks alright. I might go back and just completely repaint it, but we'll see if you guys want that or not. So that is pretty much it for Saul Goodman. Alright guys, that is pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Tell me what you think of the 3 new Breaking Bad minifigures in the comments below. For the next part, for the third part, I have Hector Salamanca finished up. I've got Heisenberg, and then I'm still working on Tuco Salamanca. So hopefully they'll be done for the next one. And then I will probably make some more after that. So leave some suggestions for other Breaking Bad figures you guys would like to see next, besides those 3. I just added Walter in here just so you guys could see what he looks like alongside Gus. I think they look pretty good together. Yeah, so other projects I've been working on, I've been editing a few Walking Dead figures, and I've been making a few more. I'm working on Bob and Michonne right now. I know you guys have been requesting it on one of my past videos, the crew from Fury. Hopefully going to start those guys soon. Might actually finish one this weekend. And then Groot, he's still a work in progress. I just have to add a few things to him and then paint his entire head, and then he should be done. So he's going to be really late, but you know, still get done. Better late than never. Then other than that, Parks and Rec figures, still have them done. I'm just waiting on that accessory that I've been waiting for like a month. So hopefully that will we'll get that sorted out soon. So that is it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like and a comment below, and favorite and share this video if you please. And don't forget to check out my Facebook, Google+, and Flickr pages. Those are in the links to those are in the comments. Oh, not in the comments, in the description below. So that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.